All right, guys, I want to show you something that you might overlook when you measure your food or log things into your MyFitnessPal. So I'm going to show you, this is a bit more of an extreme example. You're not going to find this with everything, but I want to show you what you guys have to be aware of. So we have bagels here. This is just a random brand of bagels that I picked up, not something that I eat regularly. But what you guys want to check for is when you look at the nutrition facts on the back, you might look at it and say, okay, one bagel, 35 grams of carbs. That's pretty big, pretty good. If you look at the bagels, they're pretty large sized bagels. They look like a regular bagel you might get anywhere. And again, 35 carbs, you might be saying, okay, that's not bad, actually, a full bagel for 35 carbs. So let's take a look a little bit further. This is something that you guys need to check when you're verifying the nutrition facts. So one bagel is 85 grams, okay? So that means that this bagel should weigh 85 grams to get you 35 grams of carbohydrates, okay? So 85 gram bagel in weight, 35 grams of carbs, right? I know it sounds a little confusing, but just bear with me for a second. So let's put this on the scale. We have this bagel, let's weigh it, let's switch it to grams. Now, if you look, this bagel actually weighs 122 grams. So this bagel is about 1.5 servings of what's supposed to be in the bag. So now we don't have a bagel that's 35 grams of carbs. We have a bagel that's about 50 grams of carbs, more or less, pretty close to it. So I measured a bunch of these. They're all about the same. So the average bagel in this bag is actually 1.5 servings. Okay, so this is something you guys have to be on the lookout for. You'll see this a bit more with bread products than other things. So be on the lookout for those things. A lot of prepackaged things are usually pretty good, but other things like from bakeries, bagels, things like that, they're not always going to be cut to size. So if you're logging this bagel, which I'm going to do, I'm going to log this as 1.5 bagels, even though I'm only eating one, because I got to make sure I put the accurate information in. So guys, make sure you look at these things. Always look at the weight of the serving size too, because if you just go for one bagel, it could be an 85 gram bagel, it could be a 120 gram bagel. So if you want to be accurate, look at the weight and then measure it on the scale.